What's going on, guys? David here. Once again, talk to you about some guy stuff. If you're new to the channel, which right now everybody's new to the channel because I just started it, I'm going to do some stuff that I like, do some reviews on products I like, a lot of maybe like more guy man stuff, whether it's guns, football, fantasy football, retro arcading, man caves, traveling, just whatever's going on and I feel like talking about. And hopefully you find something interesting and want to subscribe and like and hang out with me for a little bit. Next few days or next week or so, I'm going to do some reviews on these arcade 1-up machines. I've got 6 of them right now. Absolutely love them. Today I'm going to go over Mortal Kombat, and this is actually the first machine I got. So I guess I should tell you, in case you don't know, Arcade 1-up is a company that specializes in retro arcade gaming. They've come out and made a lot of arcades that we used to play. If you're in your early 30s, maybe into your mid 40s, maybe in your 50s. I'm not sure how far back this actually goes. I just know I was born in the 80s. I'm a 90s baby. So I remember all these games growing up, playing at Godfather's Pizza, some of the different, like they're called Celebration Station and stuff, playing all of these. Loved them. Of course, I haven't played them forever. Arcade 1-up came out and started bringing these out. They're 3/4 size scale, so they're great for your man cave and stuff, so you don't have to buy a full-size machine. Of course, they're a lot cheaper. I think full-size machines can go from $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. Typically, these run now in the $400 to $500 range, pushing $600. They're starting to come out with pinball. They're going to come out with that later this year. They're really improving their machines and coming out with a lot of good stuff, especially later this year. They're growing fast. They've got more products, little retro Nintendo type games and stuff, so it's really cool. But this is their bread and butter. This is what I started with. This is the first machine I bought of Mortal Kombat, and when you used to buy these, they would come basically only with the machine, and that was it, and you would have to buy a riser separately. Now some of the newer machines that come with a riser and even lit marquees, which we'll talk about when we review the Golden Tee, NBA Jam, and stuff like that down the road. So if you're new and you haven't seen Arcade 1-up, it's real simple. You can come in here. They did a real good job making it look like the old machine. Just click it on. Now I will say, Mortal Kombat, when it came out, I don't know if you can still get it now. I think they're going to be bringing them back out, and they're going to be doing a Wi-Fi enable so you can play other players, which is going to be good. But if you can hear, I'll turn this up for a second. You can hear how loud it can be. Oh. Now say, okay, so here we go. So of course in this machine, you get Mortal Kombat, Mortal Kombat 2, Mortal Kombat 3. Me growing up, Mortal Kombat 2 was the popular one. So go down here, you just press your one player, or excuse me, you press your A button, which is the high punch, brings you to this screen, press one player, and it's gonna start loading up and booting up the game. And to get out of the game, you press one player and you hold it. And it'll bring you back to that main screen. You can go do Mortal Kombat 3, Mortal Kombat 1, 2, whichever one obviously you prefer. Like I said, this machine came really loud. That's the loudest. I don't know if you can really hear it. That's about halfway. That's about where I keep it. This machine has only had one little problem, and it plays the music fine now, but if I let it run in kind of that display mode or whatever, eventually the music will turn off. Some of my machines do it, some don't. Don't know if it's by design or not. But one thing I will say, of course, it plays just like the original game. You can come in here. I suck at this game. I don't even know why I got it. I love it. I was a Street Fighter kid growing up. My parents wouldn't let me play this game, very conservative or whatever. It's a lot of fun. So, as you can see, I suck at this game. So I'm not really... It's one of the games that gets played a lot less for me, personally. This game gets touched every now and then. The only time it really gets touched now is when some friends come over and they play it or whatever. In the future, I think they're going to come out with a Wi-Fi mode, and the new NBA Jam has that, and you'll be able to connect and you can play with other players wherever, all across the world, whoever's signed up for it. It's a very new technology, so it could be a couple years before it comes out. This one I'm actually considering on turning to a RetroPie mod or a PC build or something. It's a cool looking machine. You know, it works great. I love it. I've had it. I'm closing in on about a year of having this machine. And I mean, honestly, I've played it probably 4, 5, 6 times. A couple of my buddies that like it, they play it. If you play against each other, it's kind of fun, but it's not the game I grew up with, so maybe that's part of the reason. Now, there's a way to break into it to get to the settings and make it easier and stuff. I've heard some complaints that even going to easy, it's still super hard. I think I've gotten past the first guy like once on this thing, but I don't have the time to become a super avid gamer and get really good at this. You know, I've got a full-time job, of course. I own my own business. I've got a wife, a kid. You know, I watch football. I like to relax and hang out and stuff. And I'm very competitive, so losing the computer is not my thing. And I just don't have time to sit here and put 4 or 5 hours a day or whatever it takes to get good at this. But I mean, I like it. And like I said, the machine looks good. You can look at the side graphics here. Whoop, I don't know. Maybe this one's better. I mean, the side graphics are awesome. It's a great looking machine. You know, if you grew up in this age, Mortal Kombat was the stuff. I guess I just didn't play it enough, wasn't cool enough to have it or whatever. This one does not come with a lit marquee. It did not come with a riser. This is very basic. This was $300 when it first came out. Now the new price point's about $400, but you get the riser on most machines. You get the lit marquee on most machines, and I do think they look a whole lot better that way and stuff, especially coming from Arcade 1-Up. You can buy graphics. There's a whole aftermarket thing to this. You can put better graphics on it on the front, so it doesn't, like this one just shows the games. You can get something to kind of finish out the whole Mortal Kombat theme and make the machine look even better. There's aftermarket that you can get lit marquees and make them stand out, and there's graphics and stuff to put on the riser to make this whole machine match and be Mortal Kombat. Let's see, of course I did the backlighting. It all changes all colors or whatever. It's a little $5 LED strip from Walmart. It's their 60-inch TV one. They fit perfectly on these. They're super cheap. If you've seen some other videos, you know I have Govee lights under my platform for my stage for the chairs for theater seating, and I have Philips Hue behind a lot of my TVs and stuff. And of course those are a lot better quality than these are, but even the Govee at $25 a piece, by the time you buy bunch of machines, that does add up, and these were $5, so they work, they do the job. I love them. Like I said, they're from Walmart. $5, you need a USB, they hook up, no big deal. They're all app controlled, great stuff. But that's the first one I'm gonna do, and like I said, it's real simple. My thoughts on it: great machine. Arcade 1-Up did great on these. If I went back, would I buy this machine again? Probably not. It was a very impulse buy. I was excited. It was the first one in my area. They were very hard to come by, and I'm one of those, I like those kind of collector things, or be the first to get it. So it was a lot of fun to have it. You know, it kind of sets the mood in here. If people are watching football, they can come over here, play a game real quick, go back to watching football, or just hanging out, listening to music, having barbecues, watching a movie. You know, maybe one of the kids aren't very interested. Well, one of the kids, I only have one kid, but she's not interested. You know, she can come play one of these when she wants to, or come upstairs. Her cousins come. We have friends come over. They love playing them, and that's where the most use of these comes in. The replayability on these old games is not great, at least to me. I love having them, though. They look good in the room. You know, it kind of just gives it that extra visual appeal, I guess. And like I said, when friends come over and stuff, man, they love playing them, having a beer, whatever. Especially, I'll probably do this, either Golden Tee or Street Fighter next. If I go in order and I buy them, I'll do Street Fighter next. But these are really great, like just drinking a beer, whatever, having a good time, playing these games. People have really enjoyed them, and for the price point, that's really not that bad for what you're getting, especially even now. Now they're starting to get up there in price. Like I said, I think some can go up to $600, and they might go higher depending on what they do with them, but they look great. They're a lot of fun. The wow factor's there when people come over who haven't seen them. They're like, oh my gosh, you got arcades, you know, and it's cool. And everybody my age, you know, in their mid-30s, low 40s, whatever, they remember all these, so they love them. They love playing them, of course. They're all free play. There's no quarters. You can buy the coin boxes. Like I said, the aftermarket for these is growing like crazy, so you can put coin doors in here and make them look authentic. All kinds of crazy. You can put PCs in them to run newer games. You can get bigger monitors, 20-inch monitors for these. and just go wild. You can spend a whole lot of money on these. Like I said, I might change this one out and do a RetroPie or a PC, just because I don't play this one that much, and I might convert it to something else. Right now they don't. They have one new shooting cabinet, Buck Hunter. Talking about Arcade 1-Up. Of course, Big Buck Hunter I've never really played. Wasn't really my thing. But it's a shooting game, so hopefully Area 51, Time Crisis, stuff like that comes out. I'd really love those because I do love shooting in real life, and so I love the shooting games. And hopefully some racing cabs, Daytona USA, Cruising USA. I think those are going to be a little harder, take a little more brain power. But when they do, if they do, you know, you can convert them. Like I said, you can convert this to a Cruising USA, put a PC in it. Takes a lot of work, more, it's out of my pay grade, but you can do it. But like I said, my final thoughts. Now I'm gonna sound like Retro Ralph. Final thoughts. Can't steal that from them. I love these. I would not buy Mortal Kombat again just from the fact that I'm not very good at it, and they have come out with plenty of machines since. There's plenty on the market to choose from. Pac-Man, Street Fighter, Ninja Turtles, you know, I think they had Galaga and stuff like that. So there's plenty to choose from. Find one you like. Even if you just get one, and like you have a bar, a lot of man caves, you know, bars and stuff. I know Golden Tee will be a big one for them. I'm sure Big Buck Hunter would be good for them. Just look into them, man. Arcade 1-Up, great product. I love them. Mortal Kombat, not so much my thing, but hey, maybe for you, you like Mortal Kombat. And if that's what you're looking for, plays just like the game, does great, comes on every time, works perfectly. So if you really want one, see if you can find one. You can probably find one in your marketplace or something. If you don't mind waiting, which most of us aren't, I'm sure they're going to come out with a Wi-Fi version eventually that you can play other players all across America and stuff, especially if you really like Mortal Kombat and want to play more often like that. But yeah, I guess that's it, guys. So stay tuned for the next one. Like and subscribe, share. It's probably not that good to share right now, whatever. I'm new to this. So whatever you want to do it. Enjoy it. Stay tuned for the next one. Like I said, I'll probably do Street Fighter, Golden Tee, one of these next. I don't know. Stay tuned for one of those tomorrow or the next day, whenever I got to get around to it. No set schedules here. But yeah, good seeing y'all, man. Y'all have a good one and roll tide.